or energy, just like a juice gives the strength or energy to a sick person. And actually, we all are sick, but we don't know. But sick with what? With the material diseases, bhava rog, all these material diseases, anxiety, troubles in our life. So this Bhagavatam Mahapuran, by the examples of so many Bhagavatams in this literature, gives us the knowledge or lesson how we react or how we behave or how we imbibe these teachings into our life to become a very dear devotee of the Lord. So that's why Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is very, very dear to the heart of devotees. And today, it's a very important and very nice topic which has been given. It seems to be when we read about the genealogical line or table of our Manus, then we think that, okay, this is the lineage or this is how the descendants of Manu come. But what is the importance? Why we're reading this? So I'm going to shed some light on that also. But let's just go into the verse. Prabhuji, would you like to share the verse online or you want me to share?
Yes, Madhavi, I can share.
Okay, thank you. So the verse is, okay, so the verse is, we are reading from Canto 4, chapter 1 and text 44 today. Ayatim niyatim chaiva sute merusthayoradat taphyam tayor abhavatam mrakanda prana evacha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedant Swami Srila Prabhupada Guru Maharaj ki jai. The sage Meru had two daughters named Ayati and Niyati, whom he gave in charity to Dhata and Vidhata. Ayati and Niyati gave birth to two sons, Mrakanda and Prana. Now, next 45, verse 45. Markandeyo Markandasya Pranad Vedashira Muni Kavischa Bhargavo Yasya Bhagavanushana Sutaha. Translation: from Mrakanda, Markandya Muni was born, and from Prana, the sage Vedashira, whose son was Ushana, parentheses, Shukracharya, also known as Kavi. Thus, Kavi also belonged to the descendants of the Bhrigu dynasty. Verses from 46 to 47. Ta ete man munayaha shata lokan sargir abhavayam esha kardama dohitra sanatana kathitastava shranvata shraddha dhanasya sadhya papa hara para prasutim manavim daksha upaye mehi ajatmajaha. Translation: and this will be the last verse for our discussion for today. Translation: my dear Vidura, the population of the universe was thus increased by the descendants of these sages and the daughters of Kardama. Anyone who hears the descriptions of this dynasty with faith will be relieved from all sinful reactions. Another of Manu's daughters, known as Prasuti, married the son of Brahma named Daksha. Okay. So, today we are reading from Canto 4. We have started. And till now, for the first 3 cantos, we have been seeing that lot of philosophy were there in canto 1, 2, and 3. But at the same time, these 3 cantos also establish the importance of bhakti yoga. Now, this 4th canto is the start of storyline of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So many stories will arrive in this cantos. Story of Prithu Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, Anga, Vena, Prachetas, Maharaj, Prachina Bhari. So many stories will be there in 4th canto. As we read along, we will see. So in canto 3rd, there was the discussion of genealogical, there was the discussion of the genealogical table of or the how the kids of Manu, about the Manu, there was discussion going on, and now Maitreya Muni is describing Vidura about the children of Swayambhuva Manu. In canto 3rd, we have already seen that one of the daughters of Swayambhuva Manu has already been celebrated with Kardam Muni and with her glorious son, Lord Kapiladev. Now, starting in this chapter, we will see that other daughters, the lineage of other daughters, as well as 2 sons of Swayambhuva Manu's lineage is going to get described. So Swayambhuva Manu and Shatrupa, they had 3 daughters and 2 sons. 3 daughters, Devhuti, Akuti, and Prasuti. And 2 sons, Uttanapat and Priyavrata. So Devhuti, she got married with Kardam Muni, and we already read about her in canto 3rd. Now, in this chapter, we will see about Akuti and how Akuti is going to get married with, or you have seen in from shloka number 1 to 9, that Akuti got married with Ruchi. And then Prasuti and Daksha. And then there will be the discussion later on, in later 4th canto, maybe in chapter 8, it's given Uttanapat and Priyavrata. So, let's just start with the discussion. So, with Vidurji, he requested Maitreya Muni to speak about Swayambhuva Manu, as I said. So now, Manu's Akuti and Ruchi, they got married, and it was on the condition that Swayambhuva Manu already had 2 sons, but he still put a condition at the time of Akuti's marriage that whosoever you will get as a son, you will give it to me, because Swayambhuva Manu knew that Akuti will have Supreme Personality of Lord Godhead as his Supreme Lord as her son. So she gave birth to Jagna and Dakshina. Now Jagna, he is the expansion of Supreme Personality. He is the expansion of Supreme Lord, and Dakshina is the expansion of partial incarnation, we can say, in partial incarnation of Lakshmi. So Yagna got adopted by Swayambhuva Manu, and later on Dakshina and Yagna will get married. So sometimes the question comes why they are getting married, because they come from the same parents. But Yagna and Dakshina, just like Maharaj Prithu and Archie, we will read, they also come from the body of Vena. But they got married because the relationship between Supreme Lord and his consort, it never just change in this material world. They came, they came from the same parents, but still they got married because their relationship is above the material tinge or anything above the material creation. That's why. So now Manu brought home Yagna very gladly, and Ruchi, the Prajapati, he kept Dakshina with him. Now, what happened from Shloka 6 to 7? Later on, we know, I explained, Yagna married with Dakshina, and they had 12 children. Tosha, Pratosha, Santosha, Bhadra, Shanti, Idaspati, Idma, Kavi, and Vibhu Swaha, Sudeva. And all these together called Tushitas. Tushitas means they kind of demigods, Tushitas. Now, from 8 to 9, we saw that there are 6 kinds of being during Swayambhuva Manu Manvantara. Now, there are 14 Manus in one day of Brahma. And in every reign of Manu, there are these presiding deities in every Manvantar or every Manu. Manu, the chief progenitor, Manu Putras, sons of Manu, Devas or demigods, and then Rishis and king of the demigods, and the Manavantara incarnation. These 6 are always there in any Manavantara. Now, from 10 to 47, from 10 to, we will include our today's verses also with the discussion. Now, Manu, he handed over Devuti to Kardam Muni, and Maitreya said that I have already explained about it. Now, Manu handed his third daughter, Prasuti, to Daksha. And their descendants also will spread throughout the 3 worlds. And in next chapter, we will see that how Daksha, because he is going to be he is the Prajapati, and he is going to spread the human population throughout the 3 worlds, how he is going to get very puffed up with this position, and he is going to blaspheme Lord Shiva. In next chapter, we are going to discuss that. But right now, so there will be Devuti and Kardam Muni. They had 9 daughters. They had 9 daughters, and these 9 daughters got married with 9 rishis, 9 sages. We can see that how Kshatriyas they used to get their daughters married in the family of sages. Although Kardam Muni, he was also a sage, but Mother Devhuti, she was from the Kshatriya family. But still, Devhuti got married with Kardam Muni. So this Brahmana caste still it is the highest class. So the marriages used to happen with the sages. I mean, with the first Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. That's how it descends. So we saw that Kala, one of their daughters, got married with Marichi, and they had 2 sons, Kashyapa and Purnima. Kashyapa and Purnima. And then Purnima begot 2 sons, Viraja, Vishwaga, and daughter Devakulya, who is divine Ganges, who is the presiding deity of Ganges. Now, another daughter, Anusuya, she is also very famous. Anusuya, Mother Anusuya, she got married with sage Atri. And there is a full description, there is a full story of Atri Muni and Mother Anusuya. That how as soon as Atri Muni and Mother Anusuya got married, they got the order from Brahma to create the progeny. And Brahma ordered them that you go went to Raksha mountain, and then you perform severe austerities and try to beget son just like the Supreme Lord. And Atri Muni, he controlled his mind and breath, and he performed his he performed so many penances, he performed austerities. And he prayed that whosoever is the Lord of the universe, just I want the son like you. And with his austerities, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva appeared. Because Atri Muni, he himself was so confused that to whom I am inviting. So the three principal deities who are the managers of the material creation, although they are the qualitative incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is coming from the Shirodaksha Vishnu, and there is an expansion chart which is separate, but here for the time's sake, Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, they are the qualitative incarnation or the principal deities of the Guna avatars of the Lord in the mode of passion, goodness, and ignorance. So these three principal deities, they came into the hermitage of Atri Muni, along with other Gandharvas, Siddhas, Vidyadharas, etc. And now Atri Muni, he was very pleased to see he was very pleased to see them, and he just folded his palms and paid his obeisances. And now Atri Muni is going to ask in his prayers, whom I called, O Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh, who is the supreme, and who I want a son exactly like that. So because three deities came, so this Atri Muni, he got blessed. He got blessed with the three sons, who were the partial manifestation of the potency, who were the partial manifestation of the potencies of Brahma, Vishnu, and Mahesh. Soma, Dattatreya, and Durvasa appeared from Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shankara, respectively. Right? And that was the story of Atri Muni and Anusuya, which has been highlighted in here. Why? Because Vidurji, he asked Maitreya Muni about what happened, how the Amshas of Vishnu, Shiva, and Mahesh, Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma came as sons of Atri Muni and Mother Anusuya. Now, another daughter, Shraddha, she got married with Angira. She got married with Angira, and as a result of that, she begot 4 daughters and 2 sons. And then next daughter was Havibhu, got married with Pulatseya. Now this Pulatseya is this Pulatseya in his he begot 2 sons, Agastya and Vishwarava. Now this Vishwarava, with his first wife Idavida, he got Kuvera, and with the 5th and the 2nd wife Vishwarava and Keshini, they got Ravana, Kumbhakarna, and Vibhishna. And then next daughter is Gati, got married with Pulaha, and 3 great sages came from there. And next was Kriya, and then got married with Kratu, and 60,000 great sages called 60,000 great sages, they all took one prastha, and that's how 60,000 sages came from Kriya and Kratu. And then next is in Sloka 40 to 41, we discussed Arundhati, Mother Arundhati. She is also very famous. Arundhati, Mother Arundhati, who also met with Mother Sita, got married with Vashishta Muni, And 7 great sages also came from them. Chitraketu, Surochi, Viraja, etc., etc. And then next daughter, Shanti, got married with Athrava, Ashvash, and got a descendant, Ashvashrira. And now in 43, we saw that daughter Khyati, she got married with Bhrigu. Khyati got married with Bhrigu. And the sage Bhrigu had 2 sons, Dhata and Vidhata, and 1 daughter, Shri. And in text 44, which is the subject matter of today, Dhata got married with Ayati. And then 44 and 45, Dhata got married with Ayati, and then Markanda Muni came from them, who gave birth to Markande Muni. This Markande Muni is also very famous personality. And Vidhata, the another daughter of, another son of Khyati and Bhrigu, Vidhata got married with Niyati and gave birth to Prana. And this Prana, from Prana came Vedashira. And then Vedashira, from Vedashira came who? Very famous guru, spiritual master of demons, Shukracharya. Or they call it Kavi also, Shukracharya. So he came from there. So this is the, after discussing this in the verse 46 to 47, we have discussed that thus how the population of this universe increased by the descendants of these sages and the daughters of Kardam Muni. And this particular sloka 46 and 47 is describing that anybody, there is a Falashruti. Falashruti is the result or the fruit which we get from doing any activity in this world, right? So anything, any fruit or result which we get from doing any activity in this material world. That's why when Vedvyas ji is writing Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, he is giving Falashruti typically in each and every chapter. Why? In order to encourage the devotees that what they are doing and what they are reading is for their benefit, and it is written, it will be revealed from it will reveal them from all the sinful reactions, right? So there is always a Falashruti which is attached to any kind of sacrifice we perform. Like if there is Putra Kameshti Yagya or there is Ashwamedh Yagya, there is always a Falashruti or result which is attached to it. And that's why Vedvyas Muni, considering the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam as a yagya, it's giving us the Falashruti that this yagya, actually, when we read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we are putting some oblations into the fire of the sacrifice through our ears. This ear is just like Yagya Kupa, Yagya Kunda. And when a speaker of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is speaking, it's like ahutis, which is, which are coming through the ear and getting into our heart. And Falashruti is what? That all the dirty things, our anarthas, they are going to get washed away. So this is the meaning of Falashruti, which we are getting from reading the explanations or the fruitful verses of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So now we have read that this is the genealogical table of the line of the descendants of Manu. And in further, verses also, in further verses also, we are going to see that there is the explanation of the daughters of Daksha and Prasuti. And then 4.2 will start with the chapter of Shiva and Daksha. Now, why it is why why it is important to learn about the descendants or generations of the family, most of whom we are actually unfamiliar with, right? When we read, then we get to know that these are the names, and these are the people in the descendants or the family of Manu. But why there was a need? Because Maharaj Parikshit had only 7 days to live. And why did Shukdev Goswami spending so much time narrating such intricacies or intricate details? And how does this genealogical information going to increase our devotion, or if we not consider always about ourselves, so at least what good it is going to do with Parikshit Maharaj, right? So because if the emphasis of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is to go back, then why does it discuss so much about this history of the tables of Manus? Why? So His Holiness Keshava Swami Maharaj, he gives a very nice answer for that. He gives a very, very nice pointers for that. So the first pointer is trigger. So when we read about them or when we hear about them, so maybe we are not relating with those personality, but once we discover about them, their character, their qualities, their relationships or pastime, whatever, then it acts as an inspiration, and it also inspire us, inspire our devotion, because we find, okay, that's the lineage which is coming from. It triggers us. Remember, as soon as anyone will going to name about Akruti and Ruchi, oh, we know they are the parents of Yagna and Dakshina. They are the incarnation of Lord and Mother Lakshmi. And the second point is authenticity. Because for any literature, if we are giving the historical data or any breakdown of generations, then it gets appreciated more. Why? Because we can get to know that all this data is authentic and is coming from the authentic lineage. That's why Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Mahapuran also gives the lineage of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, because in actuality, Lord Krishna, he himself is speaking to Brahma, and then Krishna inside Brahma is speaking to Narada, and Krishna inside of Narada is speaking to Vedvya. So in fact, Krishna is speaking to everybody. So that's why even parampara of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is also given in so many chapters and so many cantos in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And also, third point is reference. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, though it is very complete in itself, but if we read in conjunction with other books, uh, in other books of other Goswamis, then we get to know that, okay, we can it can help us to it can help us for the cross reference, and we can try and we can understand the Vedic history in more depth. What happened, and then what happened, who came, and then who came. And then the next pointer which Maharaj gave is rarity. That when we read about the descendants, then we stop at one point. Okay, Mother Ganges. Okay, her name is Devakulya. Okay, she is the daughter of such and such. Okay, Ravana, Kumkaran, and how many people actually know the names of the parents of Ravana, Kumkaran, Shurpanakha? I mean, if this information has not been given, and who knows the mother of Ganga, Ganga? We always know that Mother Ganga is the water which is coming from the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, but in fact, the Mother Ganga also have parents, and we get to know when we read about this flow of Srimad Bhagavatam. And also, the last point is descriptions of genealogy further highlight or stress the important that no matter how great the monarchs were or the kings were in previously, or how influential they were, how powerful they were, how much riches they had, or how much devotion they have, they all had to surrender to the waves of time. When we hear about them now, is just the name and for our inspiration. As Srila Prabhupada once said, all that is left of my family is long list of names. So when we read about the history and we read about the kingdom and we read about, first of all, we get inspired. And also we see, okay, that happened. 2 sons, 3 daughters, 60,000 sons, 6,000 daughters, like that. But now everything is going into the mouth of the big time factor. So these are some of the pointers that why it is important to read about the genealogical chart which is given in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Because many a times when we read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, we wonder why in chapter 2nd, it's like they are giving the process of creation. Why in chapter 3, again they repeated the process of creation? What is the use? Because the main point is Bhakti Yoga. So just we can just say, okay, Bhakti Yoga is the topmost priority, and Shukadev Goswami has already established the importance of Bhakti Yoga in the first 3 chapters of Canto 2. And then why there is a need to just go ahead and, or otherwise he can just show us or just speak about Canto 10 straight away, the pastimes of the Lord. But at the same time, we want to understand that we know that Lord Sri Krishna is great, but how great he is, that we should understand. And how we are going to get it? When we try to learn the pastimes of the Lord, which Lord performs through his material energy. Lord has so many energies, but through his material energy and internal energy, he performs his pastimes. So he creates this material world, which is wow for most of us. We cannot, even scientists cannot, they are beyond the laws of nature, they cannot give the reasoning why sun is rising, why moon is rising. Sun is there, moon is there, planets are there, but why, they cannot answer. So when we learn about the Virata Rupa of the Lord, we get to understand, okay, Lord Sri Krishna, he is the supreme, and he performs his pastime through his material energy also. So one who understands the pastimes of Lord with which he is performing through his material energy using his external potency, that person becomes eligible to understand or to enter into the leelas of the Lord, which he performed with his internal potency and his intimate pastimes. That's why in the start of the discussion, I explained that how the Srimad Bhagavatam is considered with the different limbs of the Lord, and it's given in the Padma Puran. And Srila Prabhupada, he compared study of Bhagavatam exactly with the way we perform darshan of the deity in the temple. And how we do it? Start from the lotus feet, then thighs, then navel, then chest, then arms, then face, then head. Similarly, all we have to do, we have to go step by step and step by step, not just jump on canto and just start reading what Krishna was a butter thief, and Krishna, he did this, because there will not be the understanding that he is the supreme personality of Godhead. The Chatushloki Bhagavatam was given to Brahma before the creation of this universe. But Brahma also get bewildered in the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna as a cowherd boy. So what to talk about you and me, who are aspiring to become devotees of the Lord? But we have a great protection. We have a great protection from our acharyas. We have a great protection from our Srila Prabhupada, from our beloved Srila Prabhupada, who has given us the process. And that's why when we follow this process, when we follow each and every word as coming through the chain of disciplic succession, then nobody can defeat us. And we can one day, certainly, it's certain that the devotees of Srila Prabhupada, if following the process correctly, is going to achieve the ultimate goal of perfection, which is, what is the ultimate goal of perfection? Anybody? This is the end of the class, basically.
Go back to
getting the Krishna prema.
Krishna prema, to get the service of Lord and forever remain with Lord, in the association of Lord. It's an interesting thing. The process, this is a process of chanting and doing devotional service, and that's our goal too, performing devotional service of the Lord. That's the highest goal, achieving Lord. Hare Krishna, I think that's the time. I hope that I don't go over time. But thank you again so much, everybody, for giving me this wonderful opportunity to speak on Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. This is actually my good fortune that I get to associate with all the devotees here. And I'm very fortunate, because when this opportunity arises, that means that Srila Prabhupada is so merciful on a particular devotee, that we get to get the association of devotee, and in the association of devotee glorifying that Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the ultimate goal of anyone's life, especially devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. And please excuse me, and please pardon me if I said anything which is not according to the Shastras or according to our Acharyas. And please give me your comments, corrections, addition, or anything you want to say at this time. And thank you for your rapt attention. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Madhavi Gaurangi Mataji, for the wonderful class. And we respect your time. I understand this is 10:35 in the USA, where you're staying, and we should not disturb you. So I think if any devotee have one question, they can take it. Otherwise, we should let Mataji go, because the devotees should sleep early so they can wake up in the morning. Although this is आपकी बहुत बड़ी अनुकंपा है कि आप अपना टाइम जो है वो ना देखते हुए भक्तों की सेवा के लिए आप क्लास दे रहे हैं, and this is wonderful. And I can see that there are many devotees who recently joined. I don't know they are from your congregation or they join us today. So I just wanted to welcome. There is a Geeta Mataji, Alka Mataji, and yeah, there was another devotee who just left, I think. And other devotees are our regular. So I'm grateful. If any devotee have question, they can ask. Otherwise, we will continue with our chanting. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can ask questions, Prabhu. I have time. I will get up early for that. Thank you so much for your consideration, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Thanks for this wonderful class, Mataji. Can I request you or Shama Prabhuji, if you can share the chart of all this, orders wherein you have just mentioned who was born from whom, so that obviously we are so fallen soul. It is really, really difficult to remember all these names. But if that chronological order will be with us. So sometimes we read it and we keep on, remembering it. At least we have some knowledge and some remembrance so that, we can refer them.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Mataji.
much.
Look, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Somebody said
Yeah,
that
Deepika Mataji is creating chart, and we will ask Mataji if you have. I can also share in our group, so we will share for sure, Manisha Mataji. Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
okay.
I think Madhavi Mataji, better you can leave and you can wake up for your Bangla Aarti. And that was a wonderful class. We are doing it regularly, and the question answer sessions are also happening. So thank you once again from all the devotees. Vancha kalpatru vyasya kripa sindhu evacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Thank you so much.
वृंद की जय
Jai.
श्री श्री राधा कुंज बिहारी भगवान की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय Her Grace Madhavi Gaurangi Mataji ki.
Samast
Thank
Koti
you once
Vaishnav
again,
Vrinda
Mataji.
ki jai.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Ram Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram. Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram. Ram Ram Hare Hare. Ram Ram Hare. Ram Ram Hare 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 Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna. Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Sadi Gaura, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram. 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Ram Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Jai Shri Sari Hare Ram Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.